What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I put any uploads out, and that's because I've taken the last 7 or 8 months away from the conversion side of things through a combination of not being able to find a good enough van that I wanted to convert and wanting some time off, because all I've done for the last few years is doing camper van conversions. But I do have a new upcoming project coming, so in the meantime I thought I'd do one final roundup of the last project that I did, and that was this little Ford Connect micro camper van conversion. So inside this Ford Connect, it is the high top long wheelbase version of the Ford Connect, but even then it's no bigger than a standard MPV family sized car. But inside here I've managed to squeeze pretty much everything you would expect to find in a bigger conversion, something like a T4 or even bigger, all squeezed down into quite a small package that can go anywhere, drive anywhere and park anywhere as well. So inside the conversion itself, I've done, as I say, a full rock and roll bed conversion with a side unit as well. So as you can see here, I've got a full rock and roll bed that collapses all the way down to give the full length of the internal van. This bed will sleep myself, and I'm 6'3", and I made it specifically long enough to fit the taller person like myself, as well as it being wide enough to fit 2 people comfortably going away for a little trip as well. And obviously it's a rock and roll bed, so it does fold up into the seating position, and then when you want it into the bed you just need to fold the passenger seat down, and that's just on the quick mechanism, and then the rock and roll bed just pulls all the way forward into the sleeping position. Now inside, as I say, I've managed to squeeze almost everything you would expect from a bigger camper van. That includes the Dometic or Smev hob and sink unit, as you can see there. It's the single burner with the sink that goes straight down into some drainage freshwater and wastewater tanks that are underneath the unit as well. Now next to that, this is all mounted into a real wood worktop as well, and beneath that we have a brand new Dometic CRX 50 12 volt fridge as well. This is brand new, never been used. As you can see, it's still even got all the little pull tapes on, things like that down there as well. Brand new, never used 12 volt fridge that just needs to be turned on the little switch on there, and that turns the fridge on and off as and when needed. Now, as well as the hob sink and the brand new Dometic fridge in there, inside the cabinet I've got a lot of the electrics housed, and that includes the controller for the LED lights. As you can see, that's the dimmer for them, so I can dim the lights all the way down and adjust the brightness as needed, depending on what time of day it is, whether you wanted it a nice bright interior or dim it down towards later in the night. Inside the tamber unit here, this folds up, and that gives access to all of the electrics. It's going to be a bit dark in here at the moment, but as you can see, there's a Ring 500 watt power inverter, there's the Victron Smart MPPT solar controller, as well as the usual 12 volt fuse box and cut-offs and things like that as well. And obviously you've got 2 good sized shelves there for storing your food, your clothes, things like that as well. Underneath the rock and roll bed we've even got one of the Chinese diesel heaters with the control unit up there on the wall, so that can be turned on and off as needed. If you're going away in the winter, turn the heater on, and in a cabin this size, running the heater for probably 5 minutes at most, and that would have this entire cabin nice and toasty, so you wouldn't really need the heater on very much for this size conversion as well. Now on the interior of the van itself, everything is really good condition. The seats have had seat covers on almost from new, so the seats have no rips or tears or anything like that. The interiors come up really nicely, and considering it's a 54 plate, so it's 2004, 18 years old, but it only has 102,000 miles, as you can see. So very low mileage for the actual year of the van itself, and it's in really nice condition. It did used to be a painter and decorator's van, and as such there's a couple of small little splodges of paint that I just haven't quite been able to get fully off yet, but other than that it's in really nice, clean, tidy condition all around. Now on the roof I do have a 250 watt solar panel as well. Now that does feed down into the smart solar controller that I just showed inside that unit as well, and you can bring the readout from that solar controller up on your phone as well, because it's the Bluetooth smart controller that is fitted, as well as a split charge relay as well. So underneath this unit there's a 110 amp hour AGM gel battery that's charged both from the solar panel on the top as well as the starter battery via a split charge relay as well. So if the van was parked up for a while, the solar panel on the roof would charge both the leisure and the starter battery, and while you're moving, if the solar panel hadn't done the job, the actual split charge relay would then charge the leisure and the starter battery while the van's moving as well. Now, as you can see, the entire interior has been fully carpeted out. It's been fully insulated behind all the carpeting as well. So this should be a really nice, really comfy, cosy, 2-berth, nice little micro camper van that can be taken away for nice little trips away, weekends away, things like that. As I say, it's a 2-berth, it will fit 2 people nice and cosy and comfortably. And even for a few added views as well, I've got an opening window on the inside that just has a couple of clips. Release the clips and the window will fold open, and it has a little window stay as well. So there's nice, easy, fresh air circulation just by having this nice opening window as well. And these opening windows, these aren't cheap in the slightest. So I was quite lucky to get one that fit perfectly inside the frame of this little Ford Connect. Close the clips and that's the window back shut again. Now on the outside of the van, as you can see, that's the nice opening window as well. But the entire vehicle itself has had a full overhaul on the bodywork. It's all been flattened back, and then it's had a full white Raptor respray, as you can see by the white textured paint that's going all the way along it. This stuff is practically scratch proof. I've taken keys to it in the past just to show, and it just does nothing. As you can see, one little key, you can hear it scratching against it, but nothing on the metal at all. It's that protective, this paint. That's why I really like the Raptor paintwork. As I say, it just gives a nice real tough coating that will fully protect the paintwork and the metalwork for years to come as well. Now underneath the van, I've fully wax oiled the full chassis as well, and all the sills have been ground back and wax oiled as well, as you can see. So there's no rust or concerns in regards to the sills. It's just been through its MOT, and after having a small little patch of welding done on that rear quarter sill, that's the only thing that it needed, and now it has a full 12 months MOT on it as well. So as you can see, it's looking nice and neat all the way around it. There's some nice black Ford Focus alloys on it all the way around as well. Just something different rather than the usual steel wheels. It does have a reversing camera as well, although the output of that is a little bit corrupted, but it does work, it does the job, and that's all that matters really. But as you can see, it's just a really, really nice, really compact, small little camper van that has pretty much everything squeezed into it that you expect in a bigger van of this size. I say it has a full 250-watt solar panel, there's a Chinese diesel heater, LED lights, the smart solar controller, rock and roll bed, opening window, everything you would expect in a bigger van squeezed into a really, really small package. And I say the good thing about this van, it can go anywhere, park anywhere, go under any height restrictions, any height barriers, low bridges, things like that. Take it anywhere, park it up anywhere, put the bed down, enjoy a trip, and then pack it up and go back home again. So as I say, this is actually going to be a roundup video as well as like a for sale video as well, because I will going to be advertising this van for sale soon, just to help fund the next project that's going to be coming on the channel as well. So again, I thought I'd just do this video just in case there's any prospective buyers that might not be local. At least I can have a good walk around of the van on this video, so they can see exactly what it looks like without having to have any wasted trips or anything like that. I mean, obviously it's 18 years old, it's not a brand new van, it's not perfect condition, but for what it is and what it offers, it's a really, really nice solid van. Well, that'll do it for this week's update anyway. As I say, I just thought I'd do a quick tour round of this little video of this little van. I haven't really done much recording on it since I finished the conversion last year, and I have done a few more bits to it since, applying a few bits of trim around it, additional wax oiling, getting it through its MOT, things like that. So as I say, this is just one last quick roundup video before I introduce a new project that should be coming up hopefully next week. But in the meantime, this van will be going up for sale at the time of recording. So if you're viewing this within a week or two of the video going live, it might still be available and for sale. Any later than that, the chances are it might be sold. But it's been a really, really nice, good little van. This has been my daily driver for the last year as well, and it's just never let me down, even though I haven't been driving daily. Whenever I've had to go out, just starts first turn of the key, away I go and come back. So I hope you found this little tour of this little Ford Connect micro campervan conversion useful. Might give you some ideas if you're thinking of doing a small little conversion yourself of just what you can squeeze into quite a small package. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing to the channel, because as I said, there is going to be another project coming up soon, hopefully next week, the week after at the very latest, and that's going to have plenty of jobs coming on that as well. So give the video a good old thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and hopefully we'll see you on the unveiling of my next project. Thanks for watching. Cheers.